Hi there, it's Drive-Y DIY here. Got another problem with this Vauxhall Zafira. It's missing. When I'm driving with it, it's sort of hesitant, missing. It feels like it's going to cut out. You know, all the different things that makes you think, well, is it my coil pack, is it my plugs and stuff like that. I don't want to throw parts at it. So with these Vauxhalls, they're quite technical when it comes to their computers and trying to read codes and things like that. But what we can do, we're going to do a pedal test straight away. I'm going to see exactly what's going on before I start doing any work on it, trying to guess or anything like that. So first things first, we're going to do a pedal test. So I do have a video on doing a pedal test, but it is very simple. I'll do it right now. So what you want is your brake pedal and your accelerator pedal down, and turn the car to on, but engine off. So we've got a 7405, 21817, and we'll go through that again. So brake and accelerator. So let's see what we got. So the first one's a cruise control, I know that much, 79761. Okay, so I've written those down anyway, and we're going to go through each one and see what we think. So on this, we've got the 70405, which is the cruise control. That's not an issue. I know there's a problem with that, so I'm not even going to look at that. It's not something I use anyway. We've got a 59761, which is the thermostat, 218217, which is engine coolant temperature, a 33508, which I'm struggling to find what that is. So hopefully I'm going to have to delve a bit deeper on that one. But that does make sense. Thermostat, engine coolant temperature, if they're not working properly. I don't have an overheat or anything like that. I haven't got any engine lights on either. But the engine coolant temperature sensor, if that's not working properly, that would probably cause hesitant and low performance, high fuel consumption, things like that, because the engine's trying to guess how much fuel to use if it's not working properly. So we're going to have a look at that anyway and see what we've got. So I've plugged my Vauxhall in. It's not picking up any codes, so it sort of backs up my theory about you need to use Opcom to sort of get right into the system. But hopefully I'm going to try and get some live data out of it and see if it can tell me what their coolant sensor is actually doing, see if it's actually reading anything. I might not get anything out of it, so we might have to sort of manually test it and get it out and manually test it and see if it's actually doing what it should be doing, the old-fashioned way. But we'll have a look anyway. Right, I don't know if you can see that. There's the engine coolant temperature sensor, and it's reading it 100 degrees Fahrenheit. I've literally just switched the engine on, so I don't believe that that's the right reading. I've done a temperature test on the actual coolant in the overflow, and that was reading at something like 60 something, and now it's at 102. I don't believe that's right. I think there's a problem with either the sensor or the wiring. So I think we need to test the sensor. I think we need to get it out and have a look. That's going up so quick. 106 degrees Fahrenheit. I'm not so sure about that. So I think if I did a test on the actual coolant in there, I think it'd be a lot lower than that. It's going really high. So I think we'll have a look and test it, see what's going on. Right, this is the part here. This is the thermostat that I've got. It comes with a built-in coolant temperature sensor. So you can't just change that, which is a shame really, because most of the cars you can just change that out and put it in. So it's all built in, 4 bolts to get out, obviously the pipe. Spray your bolts with WD-40, make sure they come out all right, because you're going to be breaking them off the Torx as well. So I'm not sure what size Torx are, I'll let you know when I get going. So yeah, that's the part, cost me about 36 quid. So this should solve it. Comes with a built-in seal as well. Right, so anyway, we're going to get the old one out and then compare them both. Right, on this model it's down here, so I suggest you undo some plugs.
It's right in there, look. So it is fairly accessible, but you have to get this out of the way, get that out, move this wiring out of the way, move this out of the way, put that out of the way, and then it comes with a factory clip on it, so you have to get that out, which is a bit of a pain in the bum really. So hopefully, I've sprayed some WD-40 on it, so hopefully those bolts should come out. Should be easy enough. So once I get the pipe out, perhaps have a tray underneath for any spillage. So yeah, let's give it a go. Right then, so I've got it out. It's a 2-pin connector. One thing to watch out, it's just 4 bolts, very easy. Well, not easy, but E10 Torx fitting. But the thing you got to watch is this is not visible, and you have to pull that blue tab out. So once that out, this should come in, and you just do it gingerly. Don't pull it too hard because you'll knacker the connector or the wiring. So yeah, that blue thing, spray it with some silicone oil or something like that, but just be careful with it. It's a bit of a ball ache and you can't see it, so you're trying to sort of find a way. So this is the last thing that comes out. Right, okay guys, we know what the problem is. 10 points if you can see what's missing. Should be a seal that goes round the inner part. You see where those little holes are? Should be a seal over that. The seal is completely disintegrated. So I don't know whether it's become jammed up or something, but when you look on this one, it's got a seal on the inside all the way around. This one hasn't. So it's failed. It wasn't doing its job. I suspect that it was always down as open, and the sensor couldn't work out what it was supposed to be doing. So yeah, so those bits are probably in the system somewhere, which is a bit worrying. So I'd probably, not sure whereabouts they would be. Hopefully they disintegrated and they just disappeared. So I suppose I'm going to need to do some sort of flush, which is annoying. But yeah, that's what's happened. That's what's broke. So yeah, so I'm going to put that back together now, and that should work, and then I'm going to test run it, and then I'll get back to you to make sure it works. So that's what you're dealing with anyway. That's what it looks like. Zafiras are all different types. So if this is the one you've got, then this is good for you. But if it's not, then it's probably similar. Right, okay, well, I'll get back to you in a minute once I've test drive it. Right then, change of plan. I went to fit the thermostat and it doesn't fit properly. So I've been to the parts store. They can only supply me with the whole unit with the housing and the thermostat. So I'm gonna have to change the whole thing. It's a little bit more than I wanted to pay, but I can't seem to get a thermostat that's on its own for this model, and I really need this car back on the road. So gonna have to start tearing it down again and get the whole thing out and then replace it. And the part I've got is a more updated version of this, so hopefully everything will work. Right, so this is what I'm swapping out. There's the thermostat, and this is the housing. This is what I've took out. So as you can see, it's got a crack in it as well. So that could be some of the problem as well that we're dealing with. So yeah, so that was a bugger to get out. I think if I'd filmed it, it took me about best part of 3/4 of an hour to get that out. It was a right pain. So yeah, so this is what I've got. So I've got a new one to put in. What you're going to come against, this one up the top here, like Ford, like other models where they have this release pipe that comes out of it, and it's broke off the top. So now I've got to order one of those to to make sure that fits in, which is even more of a pain because now the car's going to be off the road even longer. So yeah, so but at least I've got it out anyway, and I can start putting the rest of it back together. This is the new one, so comes with the thermostats already attached. So 4 bolts, so E10 bolts, E10 socket. So just make sure everything the same. It goes like that. So right, I've got the new part in. I've had to take the battery out. It's probably the best thing to do. I should have done that at the beginning. Took the air box as well because I've got to replace this pipe which runs along there and down there. So and comes up here. So I've ordered a new one, so I can't do that till tomorrow, which is put everything back. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to fill. I've got all the pipes, everything attached now, so I'm going to put some coolant in it and make sure there's no leaks anyway. So that's the main thing I can do while I've got it all opened up. Right, just finishing off. I've topped up the system, put it all back together. It's all in there now. Put the new pipe on, which is fed through there. The only thing I've got an issue with is the cooling fan. Doesn't seem to be kicking in. Everything seems to be working all right. Performance is a lot better now than it was. Yeah, so this is it really. Topped up all the coolant, top it all up, run the car, put the cap back on, run the car for a couple of minutes at 2,000 revs. It's supposed to be till the fan kicks in, but this is not kicking in for some reason. I don't know, I'm gonna have to look into that, test it. Funnily enough, the AC is not working again, and I wonder if it's something to do with the fan. So hopefully, if I could solve the fan problem, it might solve my AC problem as well. But anyway, I'm going to, it's been a bit long video, it's been a hell of a job to be honest. But I've got a nice shiny new thermostat in there. So I'll just show you one more thing. So when you do this job yourself, you know what to do. Right, just before I sign off, this is the thermostat housing that I took out. I'll show you that, that's the thermostat. Show you at the start of the video. This is the pipe you're going to need, which feeds into that, and as you can see it's broken off, and that's quite a common thing. Quite a few of these cars around this era, Fords have them quite a bit from the thermostat. I think it helps with the bleeding or something. Yeah, they break off, so if you're going to buy one of these, make sure you get one of these with it. Went to the parts place and they don't even supply them, so I had to get this one off eBay, so I had to wait up for a little bit. But that's it. Hopefully this helps you. It's been a bit of a job to be honest, didn't enjoy it. I'm going to sign off. Give us a thumbs up, give us a subscribe, anything you like constructive, anything constructive put in. And it's beautiful out here, so I'm going to enjoy the rest of the day now. So thanks for watching.